back, everyone. Episode 3 of Shadowrun Returns with JRSEVERYN. Let's see here. Let's see where I left off. I believe we're talking to Mrs. Kubota. I think that was the next thing. At the Seamstress Union. Yeah, at the end of the last episode there pretty quickly, I was getting a phone call from my groceries and my grocery order in order to go pick up. So I didn't want to kind of miss that. And it was just to say that it was pretty much ready and that. So, moving on. Still in the Seamstress. Kubota's right there. What did we do? Let's recap what we did last time. We went over Sam's murder scene, which led us more so to Coyote. We ended up finding out Coyote was still the name in one of the notes in the morgue. I'm not sure if she's a shaman or what she is. I think she was a shaman based on the conversation I had with the bartender, Cherry Bomb. But we're still looking for Coyote. We found out that there were some footprints regarding a human and a troll or an orc. So we're going to keep our eyes out on those kind of characters, I guess. Moving forward, probably, you know, we're working in a, in a team or partners or some sort. See if we can figure out the mystery that way. Jake Armitage left us. He didn't want to get caught by the cops when we were at the murder scene, so he took off. Paid us for helping him kill John Paul, leader of the Halloweeners that were chasing him down, that he was actually originally hiding from. I did die in the last run. I should probably put a death counter somewhere in the corner here as I'm going forward. Maybe I'll look at that next episode. But so far we're at a death tally of 1. Ended up dying. I think it was the melee baseball bat or melee character in the combat. Instead of moving, I should have moved and maybe healed, but I ended up thinking I just ended up healing and staying in the spot, and then he came in with a crit, which killed me. Probably would have survived had that not happened, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so let's speak to Johnny Clean here. Johnny Clean, the man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eye. That says he's more than just a maintenance man. Oh, man, judging maybe on the jack and the earpiece, he might be a decker. Alright, howdy, the name's Johnny Clean. You new? Let's see, yeah, first time, just getting a look at the place. I'll mind my business, you mind yours. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? Yeah, just first time getting a look at this place. Johnny Clean, well, enjoy yourself. This looks like your type of place. I'm just sweeping up a bit. Maybe he is a janitor. Noog, covered in glowing magical talisman and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. Mutter, I told you, it's not like that at all. Mutter, bring me proof and you shall have it. Mutter, I am honored, your majesty. Mutter, that was why I said to use mustard instead of catsup. Mutter, forgive me, Gene, I was a fool. Mutter, he looks you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Oh, I'd like to see your wares. Let's see what you got here. Okay, they're all mage spells. So the spells you also have to buy as well. Oh, there's some weapons and stuff. Oh, I never checked for tabs in any of the other stores. Never really noticed them. Oh well, anyway, so we got Power Bolt, spellcasting 1, Heal Wound, spellcasting 2, Mana Ball, spellcasting 1. There's the AP limits, how many points it costs to cast. Cooldown's turn cooldown. You know what, a mage was probably a good build to go with. Because I looked at the other Class C drone, the smokescreen one. It was what, 800 nuions? What, you trying to bankrupt me in this game? Like, what the hell? Mana Bolt. Oh, so the roll targets willpower. Interesting. Guess kind of some D&D action there. Decrease the target's armor by 1 last 2 rounds. There's a haste. Yeah, they're not that. You know, to cast a spell is kind of like a waste of an AP in my opinion, unless it's something that, like a heal or something that might turn the tide, or turn the tide. I just don't see it necessarily happening. Hindsight, for those who are just joining me in the 3rd episode, then joining for the first 2, or I imagine you'd be watching it from the start to finish, we ended up making a rigger here. It's a character class that's based on intelligence of the stats, uses drones to fight in combat for it, and then supports in other fashion in that sense for damage, for utility, as well as supporting in the sense of healing with either med kits or repairing its own drones. Doesn't really use a weapon. Doesn't really be a master or really proficient in terms of weapon. If I'm focusing mostly on intelligence, not really focusing in quickness or strength that would allow me to use melee or ranged weapons a little more efficiently. So a lot of times you'll see if I'm in a gun with a combat, I'm really have like a 59% chance or 46% chance to actually hit the target. So better off with my drones doing most of that work for me while I try to keep the character alive. That was the whole concept of me really building the rigger. I think I did when I looked back to episode 1. I think I was looking at making it an adept or some sort of more tankier class, tankier character species too, like whether it was troll or orc or dwarf or something like that. That would have gave me, more survivability. And after seeing how Jake Armitage is kind of well balanced between pistol, healing, and spells and stuff, he seems like that might have been the class to go with. But we'll keep going with the rigger here. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. Oh, these are all actually different spell types. What are the cheat castings? So we have Manifest, because like I said, if I would have went with an adept, I was curious to know what the cheat casting spells were and if they were actually any good. Because if they were actually good, then yeah, maybe I'd regret more not making one. But let's see here. Manifest, Physical, Adept, AP 1, Cooldown 1, Damage 10, Powerful Magical Punch that ignores armor. Killing Hands. Cheat casting level 1. Cheat casting level 3 required. Cheat casting level 1. Passive, unarmed damage increased by 4. Active. Unarmed damage increased by a further 6 for 4 rounds. So again, it kind of confirms martial artist. Magic resistance 1. Chi casting. Oh, and you do need spell slots to equip multiple spells like this. So even if they have built-in passives, you still need multiple slots to have more than one active, I think, in going into a combat, or have it be able to be learned, I think, to begin with. Wouldn't know. Probably won't know. Unless I do a second playthrough. Or find an adept character that would show me otherwise. Passive, the adept gains a light cover bonus to magic spells. I find magic spells to be actually, between that and gunfire, the two things that you probably get. Well, explosives, you get hit by quite a bit. Consumables, the fetishes, the spirit summoning, summon a force air elemental 1, air elemental, another air elemental. So I was kind of like the minion I saw in the little tutorial battle during the memory lane visit. Yeah, but damn, unarmed damage increased by 4. Jesus, that's 10 points of damage for 4 rounds? Or is that just 4 and then just 6 in the... God damn. Huh. Maybe that my next playthrough, that's what I look at making. Maybe it'll be a hardcore playthrough or something, or, a deathless run. Alright, Mrs. Kubota, tell me what you know. Mrs. Kubota watches you cross the room, sizing you up as you approach. Keep it above the waist, lady. As you get closer, you can see that she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Interesting, interesting. Her demeanor says, "This is my house. Mess with it at your peril." But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa, good evening. That must be Japanese or African. Oh, I wonder which one it is. Kanbaba, good evening. And I'm totally butchering that. Are you enjoying the Seamstress Union? There should be plenty for a woman like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely, or is this business? I'm tempted to ask what's upstairs. Business, I just need a moment of your time to go, but I have topics to discuss. I'm tempted to upstairs, but not tempted enough. She laughs. Tell me, Ome, what is it you're looking for? I'm looking for information. She eyes you suspiciously. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, nay? Eh? So I've been told. So Ka, why should I help you? Sam Watts, I'm looking for his killer. Jake sent me. I'm hunting the Ripper. Well, let's go back to original roots here. Miss Kubota, her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? How well do you know? Did you know Sam? Did you see Sam on the night of his death? Why is this place called the Seamstress Union? One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Let's start with how well did you know Sam? I knew him. We all did. Sam was regular here whenever he could beg and borrow enough nuions to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family even if none of us truly liked him except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? What is this place? Why is this place called the Seamstress Union? During the gold rush years, there was a census. And the politicians wanted as high as a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstress Union, so potential workers would know that they were being treated fairly, and thus a rich tradition was born. So you are a former seamstress? No, perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leaves, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Cluey, which was the troll we talked to at the last episode, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested Jake escort him. Alright, because Jake helped him. Escorted him out the back alley. That was the last I saw either of them. Or, question, can you tell me about Coyote? Her face darkens. Would I could. I've not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman, quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's dangerous, why fear for her? Please, if you are what I think you are, there is always someone more dangerous. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way. Right, as a rental. As a landlord, I suppose you wouldn't do that. She missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlikely if something has happened. I will not have an inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. Makes sense. That must be the one room. That's her room, judging by it. Can't go in the other. Let's check these other rooms real quick. Some sexy, sexy, sweet loot. Whoa. Okay. Looks like okay. This is actually her room. Okay. Cool. Let's go to this other room real quick. It's probably Mrs. Kubota's room. Nothing in it. There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. It is set to require a password for entering, decorating to hack the panel. I don't know, meow, I'm not a decker. I'm a rigger. Okay, it looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Ah, she likes herself some action movies, you know what I'm saying? Or the naughty kind of action movies. Get into Coyote's computer. Coyote's computer is an ancient. Probably fished it out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust to caked fans to spin up, only to display on-screen password. Without the password, the only other button on screen is password recovery option. Okay, again, don't have decking. Let's see what else we got here. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Okay, that's probably where I'm going to find the password. I'm going to assume it's in that. Frame painting of Chicago skyline, done in stylized silhouette. Is there anything else? Okay, let's read the diary. Open the first page. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Inspect the receipt. A receipt for Browning Mac's power pistol from Gin Park downstairs. The note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Doesn't surprise me. Alright, read the diary entry. Holy Jesus, I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on the floor of our apartment. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him. With the real Paco. But this cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I can make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstress Union, but he goes on these runs with these bozos all over my floor. I feel like he's just seen how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, that he'd be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment and this life. I know he cares about me and he loves me, more than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. The paper has a handwritten poem on it and a diary entry. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco. Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if he's really going to help for us. If it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely. But I felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights, I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Do you know? There's a receipt of an old photograph stuck between the pages. ACOD receipt for special order 5 pounds of zebra meat from Murray's Meat Emporium located near Pike Place Market. So Pike Street and Pike Place Market is actually in Seattle. Well, that was a receipt I just inspected. Look at the picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadow scrawled on it. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door. Set to a combination of 342436. Oh, god damn it, I need that fucking password again. 342436. 342436. Oh, okay, I didn't remember it. The broken mirror was hiding in a small safe. Item, Fischetti frag grenade. Basic grenade, what would you like to do with this item? Send it to my stash. I like the... Coyote's computer is ancient. Probably fished it out of the junkyard. It doesn't even have a... Oh yeah, def. I already read this. Derp. Select password query. Please answer the 3 security questions to reset the password. Your first childhood pet. Paco is the boy. None of these are even in the... Maybe I'm just missing them. What's this? Did I miss something in the diary that would have told me? Guess we're guessing. Your first childhood pet. Let's go with Fluffy. Favorite musical act? I'm gonna guess the Elementals. What is the name of your hometown? What the? Say Chicago. Okay, it was wrong. I was this computer's gonna blow up on me. Let's go with Shadow. Maria Mercurial and Chicago. Try it again. Shadow, Elementals, and Chicago. Well, I'm definitely pretty sure she's from Chicago. These could all be wrong. I doubt it's Paco. Like, Jesus, I don't know this one. There's so many. We're just not gonna bother. But this doesn't tell us anything of where she's at. Outside of that, so I'm not really getting anywhere. This is built to cutters. She just talks about the cutters and dudes and her other boyfriend. That was the receipt for the combination set. Yeah, that. Keep guessing, I guess. Wow. So was Shadow, Starfire, and then Chicago. I told you it was Chicago. I knew it the entire time. And I was pretty sure it was Shadow. First pet could have been like first girlfriend or something like that, or first lover. It doesn't have to be an animal. Your password has been reset to NQPABDST. For security, never write down your password. Logging you in. Well, 3 karma. Objective completed. Here's basic list of applications. Yeah, I don't know where Starfire is. Maybe Starfire's in something here. I just don't see it. What's that on the? That's just a carpet. Oh, maybe it's in the little TV stand here, or on the couch that I just completely ignored. All right, calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market, due in 30 minutes. Contacts. Coyote's contact list has exactly 1 entry, someone named Paco. There is no comm link, number, or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. Access history. Quick scan of our recent searches show that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests that more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Maybe I should have took like a well-approached, or, you know. Because this just has action movies and cigarette butts. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you're just expected to guess? Oh, the plant knocked down there. Oh, wait, maybe. Was this another one? It's not one of the rooms. Lady O-Face. See how much health I have? I still have 40, eh? Oh, I got 6 karma points now. Yeah, 40 health points. 3 armor. Oh, does that +1 intelligence apply? I hope it doesn't apply to. Okay, it doesn't apply to stat points given out. So let's go with our 2 drones. We're gonna confirm. Whoops. Derp. Let's get the 2 drones out on the field. Still got 2 karma. Oh, it's 10 hit points per body too. Damn. Human and elves are the most fragile. Dwarves, orcs, and trolls at 17. Oh yeah, elves are better at the guns. Elves are best with guns. I was curious about this when I got off after last episode to see who really strives where and what. So humans are standard. We'll just say, yeah, humans, orcs, and dwarves are all standard, and trolls aren't that bad either. But elves are still the best. Strength is definitely trolls. So a troll adept with chi casting would probably be the combination you're looking for. Dwarves, maybe orc. I still think you need willpower, and I don't think I thought the troll still had 9 willpower. Throwing weapons main used to calculate chance to hit with thrown grenade. Increase the skill, unlocks special abilities. Grenade used reduced to 1 AP instead of 2 APs. That's just damage. Yeah, trolls have the most damage with grenades and unarmed. Oh, unarmed's right here too. I wouldn't mind probably trying to do an adept chi casting with an armed throwing. But there was no healing, was there? Yeah, there was no healing. Strength again would be, oh, sorry, we look at strength as troll. And then you got human, elves, and dwarves all are good at decking and drones. So any of those 3 would apply to the build I was doing. Didn't have to be a human necessarily, but I guess I could have called a female elf or female dwarf Lady O-Face just the same. Dwarves have the most willpower, so dwarf mages would be the best then. Well, even their chi is the highest. Oh, they only really get, yeah. I think they can still do spellcasting even if they aren't adept. I don't think that restricts you. God, that'd be such an interesting build. I would, yeah, would I consider dwarf? Wait, hold on, go back to this. Yeah, dwarf wouldn't be so bad. You're not really getting anything extra, other slot, extra spell slot, it looks like. Oh, if you level up charisma, you get other etiquette slots. Damn. Interesting. So this would have been elves that have the highest in charisma as well. So that's just shaman related. Huh. Interesting. Good with guns and good with charisma. I still think that chi, unarmed throwing weapon, kind of like a strength, willpower build with body, would be super strong. And I still think a troll would just be fine. Okay. Consider that fast. Oh, sorry, I had 2 karma points left. I don't think I can do red packs, can I? I'm just curious to know how much it heals now. Oh, how much a buff? How much of a buff does it give? Oh, not there. Okay, well. We'll find out in combat. Oh. Alright, Mrs. Kubota, how can I help you? Do you know Paco? Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Did you know Jin Park sold Coyote a gun recently? Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike's Place Market in the next half an hour. Do you know Paco? He's a ganger, a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warn Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I'm a vegetarian. Fair enough. Did you know Jin Park sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take the trash out to the dumpster. Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike's Place. Take the cab to Pike's Place. Okay, if you would go down there, it might bring peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. Should get you there in no time. Gambate Kudutse, good luck. See you around. Miss Kubota. So far, the pathway's been pretty linear. I didn't really have to go out of my way, per se. Oh. I was gonna buy that other droid. I could sell the frag grenade, because I'm not gonna throw it. Oh. Did you sell it around in Mac? Hey, lady, I'm discreet. I don't talk about what my clients, or what they buy. Bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. She can't recommend any. She's dead. Did she say anything about why she wanted it? All she said was that she was looking for stopping power, ease back on the drama. Need some hardware? Yeah. How dare you sell her that without me knowing? Okay, you stash sell. We're gonna sell that just so I can buy the smoker. Oh. Okay, so you get 2 weapon slots. I won't need this AK anymore then, because I can't use it. Ooh, 562, goddamn. Is it worth the most? Oh, maybe the SMG was worth the most. Well, I used to own it. I don't own it anymore. $750. It is worth the most. Well, that's probably a good thing I went with it. Got my money back. Oh, I can't talk to Mr. Klumwi. What's this guy have again? Oh, it's the armor. I already bought my +1 intelligence armor from him. With my tourist shirt. God damn. He's looking like a typical nerd. Oh, I should save. Maybe I'll save once I get here. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things illegal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. Oh, game auto-saved. Whew! Close call. Increased drone combat bonus. Okay, there's a bunch of people gathered over here. Someone to talk to, which is Patrick. Universal Brotherhood? Oh, shit. God damn it, Paco. You son of a bitch. Gonna have to make me enter the Universal Brotherhood, violate them from within. Join us and change the world? I'd rather. Oh, wait, there's more of the street to go and explore down here. Let's talk to Patrick, see what he has to say. A handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Ma'am, you're a beautiful human, but you could be so much more. That sounds great. Tell me more. Wonderful. The Universal Brothers, the family encompassing all metahumans, sexes, and sexualities. We all strive to be the very best we can. To live more fulfilled, happy, and productive lives, and to support each other in doing so. First step is to simply come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrium will be speaking about the importance of family in the sex world. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. Man, nobody cares about your propaganda. Refurbished flowers for sale. Ooh. Dead flowers. Synth juice for sale. Just fab today. There's Paco. Son of a bitch. Public market center's closed. Got a dog on a stick here. Nothing important. Oh, what's this? Learn more about the Pike Place murder. Oh no. Tall, emotionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her, you spot the lively... Oh no, I think it's Coyote. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the Oregon Grinders coroner, Dresden. The guy that we were talking to at the corner, the dwarf. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. What happened here, officer? Please let me through. I need to take a closer look at the body. I'm here to see coroner Dresden. Security, detect the lady face. All purpose. What happened here, officer? Homicide. Now move along, please. Let me through. I need to take a look at the body. No. It's alright, officer. She's with me. Okay, then make it quick. Young human feel her eyes have been gorged out cleanly. Gorged out. Ah, damn it. Officer Aguirre, the plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. So you're the one who's borking for the dead man, eh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. Officer Aguirre, pleased to meet you. Now, seen as this is a crime scene is going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? What the hell can you tell me about the murder that took place here? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. Didn't need Dresden to figure that much out. He's been looking at the body, though, so he might have more. Me, I'm scanning the rest of the scene and looking for witnesses, but no looks so far. Damn, Ripper might as well be a ghost. I take it you and McCluskey don't exactly see eye to eye. Let's just say McCluskey and I have conflicting interests. Fair enough. Do you know, or do you have any leads on the Ripper that I should know about? Plenty if you ask McCluskey, but the truth is we're as clueless as you are probably. Thanks for your time, officer. Hey, hold on a minute there. You haven't put in a donation for the Lonely Orphans Fund. Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, see, you make a contribution to the fund. I put you on the list and let you know the next time we find any orphans that you might be interested in. Well, I'm always interested in finding about any new orphans you discover. Excellent. So we say 300 orphans? Even 100 news would make a big difference. He makes a face. Yeah, well, some orphans have more expensive tastes than others. 200, it's take it or leave it. It's 100 or nothing. You're lost then. So what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of a dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I take it a stomach cost another Ripple murder. Yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I gotta hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing, or she, I suppose. What do you know about the victim? Well, not much. Tries and scratches his head, absent-mindedly. Probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden. Okay, so it's not Coyote. Worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. It looks like she was leaving work when it happened. Can you tell me she was subdued in any other way before? Strange thing, there don't seem to be any signs of a struggle. Not a single bruise on her body, yet she was clearly alive when the eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly thereafter. Ooh, that sucks. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far from home? Yeah, well, I don't really mind the change of scenery. Dresden laughs. The coroner from the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I'd cover for her on this one. Plus, I want this sickle caught. What about the bite marks on her arms? Completely unrelated. It appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley. Okay. Sometime after her death. Any sign of Mienchik user used here? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now, there's an interesting thought. No, nothing obvious, though. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up, he'll call in a full magical forensics team, though, just to be sure. So the Ripper takes Samwat's liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. Hey, I figured if I help you out with this, there's a better chance to get the scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper and it's all sure, but he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, eh? Dresden starts to turn back to the body, then stops. Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon before he shows up. Elf. The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you have ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, formal jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie gives him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? Who's asking? The elf giggles a strange, high-pitched warble you would not expect to emerge from his misshapen face. Oh, I'm no one of consequence. Never mind that, though. A good evening to you and your friends, the coroner. Did you notice a particularly ugly elf standing around? What? He's gone now, but he was asking about the body, which one organ facility it will be taken to. Never mind, it's probably nothing. Can I ask you? Interesting. Well, there's those who might be interested in purchasing some of her parts, sure, but that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a mortar. An ugly elf, I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back around. Alright, Dresden, you stay safe, my friend. Don't need you dead on the street. Okay, so we got Biotech 2 out of that. Enemy HP is now visible. Come on, my drone pets. Let us go. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look around when we're talking to Paco. I might end the episode here. Before talking to Paco, so when I get back in, I kind of know exactly where I'm leaving off. And then from there, will be probably either some combat scene or it's more story, probably back to Mrs. Kubota after that, I would assume. Let's take a look at some other stuff. Finding Billy's boyfriend Paco, which we just did, and we're at right now. Unique class for Paco. Paco. It's hard to have receipt. I guess humans would be the next squishiest, eh? Next to elves, and the dwarves be tankier. Ah, they're one of the most fragile races. But still, that's another... I think you start with 10, that'd be 30s, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 hit points. Plus another 80 for trolls, so 180 for trolls, 100 for humans, 120 for dwarves, and 150 for orcs. I can see where the orcs and the trolls will make a huge difference in that category. Oh, well, level 9 is plus 2 AP. That's like literally two more attacks, or move and attack. That puts him at plus 4. That puts him at 4 AP. Damn, that's really good. Human, elves, and dwarves. And you obviously need level 9 intelligence to do so. Oh, plus 1 more right there. Oh my good god. I actually think maybe I did take the right way, and then once I get, I don't think I'm gonna go any higher in biotech, because I'm assuming it's probably, I'm gonna assume there's 5 per level for biotech, so that should be 20 HP. That would be technically half my life for 1 med kit. Just a pretty strong heal. I'll probably get the 2 extra AP damage. Add abilities and bonuses to a rigger's drones. Oh, can equip class only drones. Should probably maybe do 1 body here, get the 50 or something after that, yeah. Interesting. Alright, well thank you for watching. I'm going to go make some supper and some meat. I'm going to be having tacos. God damn, I can't wait for these tacos. Until next time, it's JRSEVERYN out.